Hello and welcome to the D. Martez Show. I'm D. Martez, your southern homegrown source for entertainment, news, and more. And on today's D. Martez Show, I have a treat for you. I've been given the pleasure of interviewing the director and cast of locally produced and cast musical The Color Purple. Now, this timeless story of gaining self-confidence and love is going to be produced by none other than New Venture Theater, local theater company right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy as I give you a behind-the-scenes look at the director and cast of New Venture Theater's production of The Color Purple. Once I entered the doors of the Independence Park Theater, I was happily greeted by the director and cast of The Color Purple. They seemed so excited to see me and to be interviewed by me. There was an extreme level of respect and love here. I felt like a star. But actually, these actors and singers are the true stars. This is where the magic happens, the big stage. Now, looking at this stage can be scary, but not for me. I've been on this stage before. I have the opportunity of being cast in New Venture's production of Dreamgirls. Now, if you've missed it, you missed a great show. Wonderful production. I was awesome. No, but seriously, there's a magical excitement that happens when you're on stage. Now, that guy there, that's the director of the show, Greg Williams Jr. Greg is the artistic director and founder of New Venture Theater. He was born right here in good old Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And at an early age, Greg had a vision to bring more arts to the city of Baton Rouge. So, Greg, why and how did you create what is now New Venture Theater?
New Venture Theater started well over 10 years ago. We weren't New Venture Theater then. We started off by offering artistic programming at a local community center right in Eden Park down the street at the Dr. Martin Luther King Community Center, and everybody just took to it. The kids loved the programs, and we grew and kind of outgrew that space that we had in the community theater. And a bunch of my friends of mine, we all left, became professional actors, but my heart and community was kind of still with doing community theater, so I decided to come back and start New Venture Theater.
Greg explained to me that the set is still being worked on and it takes hours of dedicated individuals to complete the task. I mean, look at this set. I can only imagine. Wow. Now, New Venture has done some incredible musicals in the past. Big ones like The Wiz, Dreamgirls. You know, now I heard a rumor, and I always like to get the inside scoop, but that New Venture Theater was the only theater company in Louisiana that had the rights to do Color Purple?
We were officially the first ones to obtain the rights in our region. When the national tour finished, the agents decided to pick one theater company out of each region to give the rights to first, and we were selected for as New Venture Theater to be the first to produce it in our city.
Wow, big honor there.
Yes.
So this cast has actors, it has singers and dancers, really large cast. So for auditions, how many people showed up to audition?
We had 200 people who came in. And the interesting thing about this is we had 200 great people, which made it extremely competitive and extremely difficult to pick a cast. But I mean, this is, I think, as far as talent-wise, some of the best, knockouts that we've had in a while.
Now, some critics would say, like, the big talent is in New York and L.A. Were you surprised at the amount of talent that was right here in Baton Rouge?
I wasn't surprised. The interesting thing about that, I've heard that argument a lot. In New York, you have celebrities. That does not always mean the most talented people. That means celebrities. I would put this cast up against a lot of national tours and Broadway shows that I've seen. I really would.
Really?
And I feel comfortable saying that.
Okay. So just about everybody has seen The Color Purple, the movie. A lot of people have seen the musical. And I know that you were telling me earlier that directing this show is really special for you. What makes directing this show so special?
I love this show because I saw this show when it was still being workshopped in previews. And then I saw it again when it opened. And I left feeling extremely proud to be an African American, but to be a Southern African American. And I felt it was one of the first musicals that really focused on story and character. It wasn't, I love Dreamgirls, but there are a lot of bells and whistles and, you know.
Right.
This was a show that you really sat down and you attached to one character and you followed them through their life, and you left really feeling fulfilled that A, you have a purpose in this world, and B, so incredibly proud of your heritage and connecting to the culture that we don't necessarily always get to experience or know about.
Right.
So as a Black artist and actor, it was an incredibly moving experience.
Yes, I can't wait to see it.
It was.
So what is New Venture going to do differently to make this show fresh and exciting?
The thing, a lot of people have asked me that question. When I saw the show on Broadway, kudos to Broadway, but sometimes things can get so commercialized that you forget what the pure essence is, because you're working so hard to brand the show, and in New York their audiences are completely different than the South. They don't necessarily understand the Southern aspects as we do. Their African American experience is Harlem, and not necessarily struggling the same way we did. So I felt that they tried to approach a lot of those themes, but they missed the mark. With our production, I'm really focused on two things. One, God is a character, and he's a strong character in the show. In the book, she says, "Dear God." That's the first line in the book, which means his being is constantly throughout the entire piece.
Right.
The second thing I wanted to focus on is the letters. The entire story is not about a bunch of different characters. It's Celie's interpretation of this entire world.
Right.
So it's all through her eyes, and you can only get it right if you understand her character and her understanding of Sophia, which allows Sophia to seem so exaggerated in her mind. Her understanding of what Africa probably looks like, because she's never been to Africa.
Right.
But in the book, she says brilliant blue robes, and she's visualizing all of these, colors and essences. So I really wanted to go extreme with looking at the entire piece through her eyes and allowing us to get slightly abstract because of that.
Yeah. Through the eyes of Celie.
Through the eyes of Celie.
Yes. Greg, what a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
After talking with Greg, I went to meet the cast. First, I met up with Sophia and Harpo. As I met Sophia, played by Taquincia Johnson, I couldn't help but think, I wonder if I could get her to say, "You told Harpo to beat me." Harpo, played by local comedian Howard Hall, is hilarious. And I guess he would be, being that he's a comedian. He's been doing stand-up comedy for 5 years. He's made a name for himself by performing at many events in and out of Louisiana. One of his favorite spots to perform is the Funny Bone Comedy Club. Sophia and Harpo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, by far, I would have to say that in The Color Purple, you two are like the favorite characters in the show. I know in the movie, for me, definitely. How did you develop those characters for this production?
Well, I kind of did my research. I had the opportunity to to go to the play downtown at the River Center. So I took some notes from there. Also, we had a dramaturg, and it was very, very helpful. I just kind of researched it a little bit, try to find out what they did back then, and that helped me develop my whole character.
Right.
Fantastic. I did nothing.
Nothing at all.
I ain't
That's
never
how-
seen the play. I ain't never read the book. I ain't seen the movie. I'm playing. I seen the movie, but I took a little bit from the movie. I didn't see the play. But I kind of know Harpo's character because it's kind of like me at home. So I'm like, I'm just pulling from yesterday.
Right.
That's just
Just
tell the truth,
naturally.
yeah.
I believe you.
I married a strong woman, and she used to boss me around. I'm abused. Put it out there. But I'm okay though.
Okay.
I didn't call nobody.
Howard is hilarious. So, is this your first production with New Venture?
It's my first.
It's
as
our
well.
first.
First.
Our first, yes.
First. So, how has the experience been?
Man,
Fantastic to me.
wonderful. wonderful.
Really?
I wouldn't have changed it for anything. It's a lot of hard work,
Yes.
a lot of long nights, but
Right.
I mean, it was well worth it.
Yes, it is.
Now I like backstage drama, and I like to get the inside scoop. And I mean, we are backstage, so I mean, any drama between cast members,
None.
No drama.
Right.
Honest.
No
family.
drama.
None.
Oh.
We ain't got none.
But you know what? They made that statement before we even started. We're not having that. If
Right.
you see it happening, knock it out the
Knock
door.
it out.
Right.
But everybody's like a family here.
Okay.
No drama, sorry.
I'll drop a line. They
Maybe
pick it
next
up.
time.
Maybe next show we'll get
Maybe.
some.
I'm gonna start something. How about that?
Yeah, you start drama.
I'm just start. I don't like anybody.
Don't start it with me.
I know that. I know.
Sophia gonna
I'll
get
turn
you.
I'll
She
turn
gonna
into
get you.
Sophia.
That's correct.
Now, this is interesting, and I think this is hilarious. Howard, you're a comedian.
Yes.
Very, very funny guy. But I heard that you're singing in this production. Is that true?
That is true. And if you want to ask if I'm scared, absolutely not. I got an R&B album dropping soon after this play. It's called "I Told Y'all I Could Sing."
I'm
No,
doing back.
Yeah, there you
no.
go.
I'm gonna say when I came in, the rest of the cast was like very, very helpful.
Mhm.
I told them I haven't sung, and after they heard me, I was like, "No, you can sing." And I was like, "Well," and Miss Carolyn and Lil Nika been helping me, and
Right.
I'm comfortable. Now understand, Ty is a beast when it comes to singing.
vocalist.
Oh
definitely,
my
right.
God,
Uh-huh.
blows me out the water.
So y'all offset each other perfectly.
We do.
Yes,
We
yes.
do.
And I like this house. Can I come in for a cup of tea or something?
Sure, what tea?
Tea?
Oh,
We don't have tea.
No tea?
got some
Y'all
stuff
got-
from a Jew.
Yeah.
Oh, that strong stuff.
Yeah, it shine. You know, some of that.
Oh my
It's clear.
Wow.
Dirty glasses. You can't have ice. That's what
Well,
it is.
thank you so much to both of you. I really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you on the stage.
Thank you.
I can't wait
thank
myself.
you.
Can't wait
It's gonna be a
either.
wonderful show.
It is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next stop, Mister's house, where I got to meet Nettie and Mister. Now, Mister is played by David Sylvester, newcomer to New Venture Theater, and the beautifully talented Hope Landor, who starred in one of my favorite New Venture productions, Once on This Island, where she played the goddess of love. Now, David, that guy has some pipes on him. Hope and David are amazingly talented and get along so great off stage, you would never be able to tell on stage that their characters are not the best of friends. Okay, so this is really cool. I'm backstage with Hope and David, and they play Mr. and Miss Nettie. And this is Nettie here. So tell me about your characters.
Oh, ladies first.
Hi, I play Nettie. Nettie is this bright-eyed, dreamy teenager in the beginning of this show who just thinks the world is a bright, open space, and she can't wait to get into it. And she has a huge love for her sister, and she deems herself as the caretaker for her sister in the show.
And this is definitely not your first production with New Venture, right?
No, it's not.
How many have you?
I believe this is my fifth one.
Fifth one. Wow.
Yeah.
And I love Hope. And speaking of loving Hope, I'm gonna roll a clip of you singing from one of my favorite shows you did with